In addition to my videos about initial research, I wanted to introduce mine because it's easier to understand by seeing a practical example. I started thinking about what interests me right now. What does affect me? Obviously, this research will have nothing to do with the one you will achieve yourself. Currently, I just arrived from London. I loved living in London, and Brexit is an event that affects me a lot. I think we will hear a lot about it later on this year. Another subject that affects me a lot is the necessary change in our lifestyle because of climate change and the related problem of inorganic waste. I think that recycling will be an important source of inspiration for fashion designers. Besides, some designers have already created collections about this subject. I therefore wish to begin my personal reflection on waste and recycling. Recycling about materials only, because recycling ideas is called copy, which I do not want to show you in this course. What did I do? I went on the internet to look for images that illustrate the Brexit, and then I made a small presentation. The colors are therefore blue, white and red, combined with typically London atmospheres. I already had some fabric with a pattern made for tourists that shows icons of London that usually you find on this kind of touristic stuff. I then wondered what would happen with Brexit. Would it be a nightmare that will put the UK in the big recession, or is it the beginning of a new era, a positive era? Nobody knows it. What is my feeling about this? Will I choose a dark mood with sad colors, or at the opposite, bright, flashy, more optimistic colors that more closely match the English personality? In London, fashion is currently a mix of influences from the 60s and the 70s. During this period of my reflection, I noted all the ideas that come to my mind and bring together a maximum of things around this topic of Brexit. But I'm not yet trying to precisely define a specific line for my collection. It's too early. Then I took back an old study of mine on a black fabric base with a shiny grey patchwork that would go well with dark mood. I take the opportunity to advise you to keep absolutely all your research items and materials, even those that have not been successful, because they will surely be useful later on. I have selected several silhouettes with interesting strips work that could illustrate a heavy environment of economic struggle or serve as a basis to illustrate the links to start a new era, artistic direction, let's say. Psychology plays a very important role in creation, because when you design, you express your feelings about current events or you illustrate your vision of the future. If I choose to believe that Brexit will be positive for the UK, then I will choose bright and cheerful colors. But for now, I have not decided anything. I also choose red elements because red is one of the colors of the UK flag, and red can go with dark colors in a heavy atmosphere or combine with light colors to bring contrast and warmth to light colors. This will allow me to illustrate my thinking about Brexit. Meanwhile, I also made a personal research on waste recycling, especially plastic waste, a topic that touches me a lot. I thought it interesting to work with plastic in the three colors of the UK flag. The red I will use in small patches or strips, white or transparent even, and blue. These are everyday plastic. In fact, it's freezers bags, clutch for office and a stretchy plastic band for gymnastic. These materials can be cut into strips, and then the strips can be used in a garment following various technology, patchwork, knitting, collages, etc. The goal is to find a new and attractive aspect using waste that nobody wants actually. Plastic can be the main material of the garment, or it can be used simply in small details. It's up to you. I also wanted to push my research a little further and had a natural material, recycled as well, and I choose recycled fur, whether natural or artificial. My idea might be to combine a soft, fluffy fur with cold and shiny plastic. This fur would be grey or black with a short hair if I choose, let's say, a sad atmosphere, a pessimistic atmosphere, or a light fur just like this, with long hair, and like this, it's very glamour, if I choose an optimistic atmosphere. This is only a sample of an initial research. It's my research, not your personal research, of course. I made this video just to show you that your research and your reflection can relate to very different subjects, generally located outside the world of fashion. If you are looking for inspiration only in the world of fashion, your creation will suffer from a lack of openness and originality. Follow fashion, but get interested in art, literature, geopolitics, new technologies, gather materials and documents of all kinds and use them to think and focus. Since your collection will express your sensitivity on a subject, which is your inspiration, think of what you will choose to illustrate it in a fashion collection. Volumes, silhouette, colors, materials, your reflection will help you define one or more lines that match this inspiration and help you to put structure on your creation. Your collection must express something which is personal. This is why this research is important. It's usually not possible to express your feelings completely without this research. Only starting with a blank sheet won't be a good idea. Think about famous painters who were making a lot of sketches, details, before working on their piece of art. Later on, we will see how to build a mood board with the elements together and decide on the guideline of the future collection, your future collection. I hope my explanations are clear enough. For those new to design, it may seem strange, but it's really the way it is. A fashion designer always observes the world around him, reflects on the issues that are affecting him personally, then illustrates his feeling or vision by his collection. He does not try to illustrate what he sees, but to express what he thinks the future will be on this subject, because he's always working about 18 months ahead. In my next video, it will be about building your own designer identity. Thank you for following me, my course, and see you soon!